later. But as far as church time goes, millions are going to be deceived, and they're already being set up by their pastors to accept these things as legitimate when they come. And so many are going to be deceived. And it wouldn't be such a consequence if it was unbelievers, because, well, they're deceived anyway. And so the fact that many aren't going to be deceived, he is talking to the church crowd themselves. They're going to be deceived, and this Sonata looks exactly like Jesus, and he's going to come, and he's not going to be foaming at the mouth and look rabid. He's going to perform miracles.
This guy did give him some swords and all that good stuff.
Yeah, he's going to come and he's going to perform miracles. He's going to act heavenly. He's going to have an angelic aura about him. And then all his little buddies come, Matria and Germain, and they're very tall beings because they're all part of the Anak branch. They're Anarchy.
So how tall are they going to be? Like 8 feet tall?
Yeah, and so they're going to be very tall. Very tall and angelic looking, and just very good deceptions. You know, Germain, when he comes doing the whole Nasera thing, he's the one with the fake holes in his hands, and I know how that works out. You know, well, here's the one that looks like Jesus, but here's the one with the fake holes in his hands.
Like, you can't fool me. I mean, like, you can't be 5 of you.
Yeah. And then you've got Matria and Muhammad working in the East.
Yeah.
To deceive that hemisphere. And you've got the other Sanandas. The Hindus will have theirs. And everybody whose religions are waiting for a Messiah, someone's going to step in and fulfill that role as their Messiah. I mean, it's just going to be beasts everywhere. They're literally just going to be beasts everywhere. So, you know, I don't know. And you know what I always see in the codes is shocked and panic. And I see that in my own name. I'll see shocked. So obviously I don't have it all pegged because something surprises me. You know, we're all going to be in shock. There's things that are going to happen that we're not prepared for. And that's why I tell people, just stay open to anything. Don't close your mind in any one area.
Yeah, I prepared to stay for the full 7 years. I ain't done nothing out the window.
Yeah, as long as you know prophecy itself, Revelation 13, as long as you know that yourself, then you're pretty much prepared for anything to happen.
Yeah, just don't take the chip. That's the main thing. Yeah,
I mean, your faith's not going to be shaken because you know exactly when and how the real Lord is coming, so anyone who comes before him is a fraud. And so one of the things that I've seen that will shock the people is the savagery of these beasts. You know, they're not who they say they are, and it's going to take a while for people to wake up and realize that.
Yeah, because I read somewhere where they said that somebody was going to start having to perform abortions on women.
Oh, I haven't heard that one.
They said that was the Antichrist, just the anti-Pope or somebody was going to do that. That's what they're saying. I don't know about that.
Yeah, well,
that's probably too extreme. That's too extreme for them.
Yeah, well, you know what? They consider every aborted fetus as a sacrifice to Satan.
As a sacrifice to Satan?
Yeah.
Who says that? The Illuminati or the...
Well, who was it? Margaret Sanger that established Planned Parenthood was a well-known Satanist, and all of them, the ones who run the whole thing that got it instituted here, was running all these abortion clinics. And you know what's the Satanists? They're all behind it. And they bless every aborted fetus as a sacrifice to Satan.
Oh yeah, I did read somewhere like that a few years ago. Yeah, I did read that somewhere.
Yeah, we just don't. I don't get into it too much on this show. It's just a very sad. The whole thing is so sad, very sad.
Yeah.
That's part of the reason why
I don't go there, but
yeah,
that's what they say.
Yeah, you know, the Lord, you know, you can have, I'll sign petitions or do what I have to, but I can't get involved with everything. The Lord leads his people into the areas he wants them in. You know, and you can only do so much as one person. I mean, you know, I'm doing as much as I can now, just with the things I have. But yeah, it's you know, the Lord has stood people up to fight in that arena against abortions, and I haven't gotten very far. I mean, the least they can do is open the girls' eyes up to what they're really doing. You know, because they're fed from the time they're told that they're pregnant that it's really not a human to go ahead and just kill it, and they lie to them, and they torment these poor girls for 30 minutes, what they call counseling, trying to encourage them to abort it. And so I know what what they're doing behind the scenes that they don't publicize about. And yeah, the whole thing is just another arm of Satanism.
Well, I guess I better be going to let somebody else call in.
All right, well, thanks for calling in.
Nice talking to you, Sherry.
All right, God bless.
Bye.
Getting ready to wrap up this second hour in about a couple minutes here. So I wanted to go through this real quick about the Pope's coffin. You heard me mention it to the caller before. I'll describe this whole trapezoid thing. Let's see. I'll jump over some of this because it's just wordy. But other than the fact that the Pope's lying in state, and what they did was they switched coffins, and part of it being that the middle lead casket in which the Pope's body rested had numerous symbols etched to it. One of those symbols being the skull and bones the skull and crossbones symbol. And we're all familiar with the Satanic Brotherhood, skull and bones, that the Bushes are a part of. And those symbols were on the middle lead coffin that he was put in while he was lying in state. And what they did was they transferred him in between different types of coffins so that it would slow down his decaying because he wasn't embalmed. So I'm going to go ahead and this trapezoid thing, and what it was is a quadrilateral. It was having two parallel sides, and if you look at the parallel sides like a trapezoid, and then it comes down into a shorter end at the top. It looks like a mummy's coffin is what it looks like. It's hard to explain in detail. But it looks like a mummy's coffin. And in Satanism, the order of the trapezoid is a very ancient secret society order worshiping the Egyptian god Set, who is Satan. And this whole thing with the trapezoid went deep into this whole society, this order of the trapezoid, and it's Trapezoid, and you can look that up on the internet. There was former Satanists saying that this coffin is built to draw in and preserve evil, dark energy. And what they were trying to do is that this energy, the whole idea, was to draw enough vampiric, dark, demonic energy, to draw enough and store evil energy, so that at the right moment the dead man can come out of the coffin and have a demonic resurrection. And so with this whole thing, with this trapezoid coffin that he was in, it clearly points to the fact that these Illuminati really believed that the Pope had a chance of arising out of the dead. And that's what I think it all boils down to. I think, I said it during the week. I didn't feel anything was going to be happening with the whole thing. But the whole reason for him not being embalmed, and that was one of the biggest searches on the internet during the week, was why wasn't the Pope embalmed? And that's why I spent so much time on it on my blogger, because I could see where my traffic was coming from, coming straight from Yahoo, from people wondering why the Pope wasn't embalmed. And not being embalmed on top of being laid in a trapezoid-type coffin very clearly shows to me that they really believed that this Pope could come back to life as the Antichrist. And so they know prophecy, folks. They know it probably better than most people sitting in churches today. What we're going to do is we're going to take a 5-minute break, come back for the second hour. I'll see you then in about 5 minutes, folks. We'll resume the second hour.